Well, it's actually a little more complex than what it would seem initially. Um, you can actually go in to see a sleep specialist and have something called a polysomnograph, which is uh, in layman's terms called a sleep study, where they put all the electrodes all over your head and they measure your respiratory rate and your pulse ox and your movement and a lot of variables, your brain waves, and then they crunch it all in. Um, I want to say there's about 87 different sleep disorders. However, sleep disorders uh, writ large is very rare. So what what I would do instead of getting a sleep study is I would actually optimize everything you need to optimize about your life, about your sleep schedule, and see if you get really good sleep. If you feel refreshed, if you're able to go to sleep fairly easily, you're able to wake up fairly easily and feel good throughout the day, you don't have a sleep disorder. If you do everything that you know there is to do, and you've been a real student of the sleep hygiene, as they call it, and the lifestyle modifications, and you're doing supplements, and the rest of your life is in order, and you're exercising well and eating well and all that stuff, and you still feel like you can't sleep, then I would go see a board certified sleep specialist, which is usually a neurologist. And then they do the elaborate studies to figure out, yeah, you actually have a sleep disorder versus, you just weren't doing the right things to get yourself to sleep. The medical legal answer is like, yes, you need to speak with your physician about tapering off of whatever medication you're on, and they do need to be tapered off of. So anybody who's familiar with my story would know that I developed this product specifically to get people off of sleep drugs. My population, 85%, 100% of probably 100% of the people I was seeing, and 85% of the organization were all using sleep drugs every night. You do become dependent upon those; they do become less and less effective. But because of how they affect the physiology of your brain, it makes it impossible essentially to just get off of them cold turkey. So you have to titrate your way down on those. And I would recommend the first thing that you do is convince yourself of how important it is that you get off of these, because there are going to be some difficult times. Um, and then just educate yourself on all of the sleep hygiene and all of the procedures and lifestyle changes and everything you can do that can affect your life. Get all of that in order first. If you're going to take some sort of sleep supplementation, like nutritional supplements to help you, like start that before you even get off of the sleep drugs. And what I did with my population is I gave them my sleep supplement, and they kept taking whatever they were taking, and I converted their pills to a serum. And so 10 drops was a full dose. And so for a week they did 10 drops, and then they did 9 drops, and then they did 8 drops. And it took like 3 months to get them completely off of it. But then they could sleep throughout the night without that. And then most of them, several months after that, could get away with without using a sleep supplement at all.